And we're back. The final chapter of Breaking Point 2. It took a while to reach this point, longer than it had any right to be, but we're finally here. Better late than never, I guess. So today we will learn if Konnersport will stay in the sport, or will they become the second coming of Andrea Moda. Alright, let's check the news. Can Konnersport survive? Rumors that the team need to finish 5th or higher in the constructors to secure funding for next season, and those rumors have been repeated by more than one source inside the camp. This speaks to the team becoming more and more disillusioned with its own future as the end of the season draws near. It's a tall order, and it could spell the end of Konnersport. But if they were to secure 5th place, is the team itself fractured beyond repair? Think of all the articles in the press, all the social media attention that's been focused on the very risk between Konnersport. Team that was short-lived in F1. Oh boy, okay. I was so looking forward to this one. Rampant speculation that Konnersport's second season in F1 might be its last. Formula 1 fans of a certain age may remember of a distant land gone by in the 1990s. Back in the 90s, there was an influx of team that tried, and mostly failed, to make them more of a competitive racing landscape. Among them, some massive names. The names considered a long list. Life, Andrea Moda, Pacific, Samtech, 40, and Lola. Perhaps the biggest of the names that failed to establish themselves in Lamborghini. They tried their hand at being a full constructor under the name Modena, not just an engine supplier, which were at the time. They supplied Ligier and Lotus, if I remember correctly. Their dark blue cars were striking, but never really challenged. Oh, and the cars were designed by Mauro Forghieri. The dark blue cars were striking, but never really challenged the established runners and riders, and they disbanded after just 1 year, and departed the sport as engine suppliers in 1994. Konnersport will hope to avoid sharing this destiny of these ill-fitted teams. I would like to mention Kausen, which is a team in the 1970s that did only 2 races. The first one, if I remember correctly, they did not qualify, and for the second race, they redesigned the chassis entirely, but that caused them to go broke, and after that second race, they fell into bankruptcy. I briefly saw Abu Dhabi as season ender. Upon its 2009 debut, Abu Dhabi served the season finale, and did so to the following year. Teams and drivers at the time were immediately complimentary of the new circuit, but Jasperin had to wait another 4 years to resume finale duties, as it proved tricky to remove Brazil from its public season ender spot. But as of 2014, its position on the calendar has been permanent, and after a long-term deal, what remains until 2030 are the earliest. Oh boy. Opinion: every race should be a night race. That opinion is garbage. Back in my day, you made do with what you had. No floodlights, no fancy clothes, no cushy sponsorship deal, proper racing. If the sun was setting though, you had to deal with it. Eat more carrots. Today's group of pampered megastars could live from the experience, namely by racing every circuit at night, depressive darkness, maybe a random failing floodlight. Formula 1 is too easy and such a dramatic setting would spice it up. Thinking of Monza, Silverstone, think again. For example, when I was in junior categories, yeah, again, your opinion is garbage, shut the fuck up. And that took way longer than it had the right to. But anyway, the socials. Devon, the Devon fan, Crofty, Aiden, Natalie Pinkham, Arav again, Jesse McFadden, David Coulthard, the Ackerman fan. Okay, now for the emails. Hey Cass. Just got the phone to Callie. I don't think we need to worry about too much about checking on her anymore. She seems far less preoccupied with her father, didn't mention Devon once, and didn't care a lot about the press. I think all we can do is now put our faith in her. Let Callie be Callie. Good luck today. When that happens, you can never give me that team any more than you have. Looking forward to having you home. Lily says eyes. Love ya. Casper, just to confirm we're taking a slightly higher angle of the attack today as agreed. Callie and Aiden are both happy. I also want to let you know that the whole team is grateful for your support this season. We know you've had a lot to deal with. And we know it hasn't been easy for any of us, but whatever happens, you're done all proud. Cheers, Phil. I just have Davidoff in the office, and he's requested we draw a short list of candidates for team principal Konnersport. I asked him if it was confidential, and he said, we're all friends here. So I guess it's fine to let you know. Must be recording something in a private too? Hope everything is okay. Good luck today. And off to the race.
You know, before a race begins, anything is possible. Anything. On the one hand, you have the true icons of the sport, certain drivers, certain teams who set the pace, who you expect to do well. On the other hand, you have the underdogs, And we are always there. Always pushing for another place, another point. Looking for the smallest opportunity, the tiniest mistake we can punish. And in that moment, just before lights out, it's like the world holds its breath. You know? Everybody just waits. The air is heavy, you know? And I knew whatever happened, Konnersport had made its mark on the history of the sport. And I was at peace with that.
So you weren't nervous?
Are you kidding?
So we know how it stands right now. But just how different might it be when the checkered flag waves here in Abu Dhabi? And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay, Aiden, let's see if we can start moving through the field. It's time to push. Come on, you've got this. Copy that.
Alright then. Overtake Gasly before lap 9 and no bonus objective. So, wait! Okay. So, if there's no bonus objective, that means there's definitely gonna be a cutscene. And that means we're definitely going to switch POVs, sorry, with Cali. POWs is prisoners of war. Past Bottas, there we go. There we go, past Gasly. And cutscene. No, don't skip it.
Down the main straight we go. Here goes Jackson again, moving up the field. What a great race for him.
Yeah, it really is so far, Croft. I mean, it's a circuit he really enjoys. Remember the race in 2021 that he put together there? It was fantastic stuff back then.
Who could forget it? Konnersport need a performance just like that today. Mayer's doing okay. Jackson really delivering.
Great stuff, Aiden. Come on, I think we can get one more place here. Push, push. Something's not right. Assessing. Stand by. I'm losing speed.
Heading down the back straight now. He's in a great spot, but hang on, he's slowing. He's slowing. Something is very, very wrong.
Yeah, I think he's got a problem here, Crofty. I wonder what it is. Could it be engine related?
Look, they're throwing their hands in the air on the pit wall, and he's out.
And yeah, that's the engine gone.
2023 is over for Aiden Jackson. It's a dramatic exit, and it wasn't what he was hoping for.
Something happened up there?
Yeah, engine failure, I'm afraid. Aiden is out of this race. Repeat, Aiden's out of the race. Did you get that?
Aiden's out. I heard.
What? Let me speak to him. Why? Just give me the headset. Sure about this? I'm sure about everything.
That's what concerns me.
Kelly.
Devon?
Yeah, we've had a chat. We think it's best if you don't push the car too hard.
What? Why?
Look, you're way back, Cal, okay? We don't want to blow your engine too, so just cruise it in and finish the race.
It's got to be realistic here. Copy.
Sorry, is this a team order?
No, Casper agrees. It's just not going to make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal. Trust me, you watch her go.
Oh, screw that. I'm going for it.
Callie, is everything all right?
Fine. I'll see you all at the finish line.
Okay. Oh, okay, DRS. Finishing 4 for above. And... where's Aiden's car? Oh, in Sector 1, right. Past Perez. Thanks for the DRS. Okay. Okay. Past Ocon. There we go. And past Hamilton on the outside. There we go. Past Sainz. Still no bonus objective, so does that mean we're gonna get another cutscene? Or since this is the final part of the chapter, the final part of the final chapter, they can just go, the game just went, yeah, just do this. Don't bother about other stuff. Okay, past Leclerc. Okay. The car remains stuck on the curbs. Past Verstappen, and we are in the lead. And fast lap of the race. So, final considerations. Yeah, this thing is actually pretty fucking good. I enjoyed it a lot more than Breaking Point 1. Not that Breaking Point 1 was any bad, but as I've said, almost 2 years ago, it could have done a little bit more. And I feel like Breaking Point 2 did just that. I don't think I need to remind you all the time I praised the little bits of background information in regards to the characters, which was something that I lamented past lap of the race, which is something that I lamented that it was done too little too late in Breaking Point 1. Even though I joked about Konnersport being a middle finger to Michael Andretti, okay. The decision of creating a new Formula 1 team and focus on that was honestly the right choice. It was a really, really good choice. In the meantime, past Sargent. Although I wish they could have actually used some real sponsors rather than the generic ones, but yeah, I guess the good old licensing issues, I guess. Honestly, the highlight of this whole thing have to be the butlers, especially Devin. Even when forced to retire early because of hearing issues, is still the asshole that we know and I'm going to guess at this point all love. And even if all the actors did a great job, Butler's actor did a superb job. That was a voice crack. So, to make it very short, Breaking Point 2 is a clear improvement off of Breaking Point 1. And now we have no idea if they're going to do a Breaking Point 3 or this is going to be the end. I personally want this to be the end because, for its purposes, what the hell are you going to come up with for a possible Breaking Point 3? But if somehow Breaking Point 3 ends up being even better than this, then I'm all up for it. There we go. One lap to go. Alright. Into the hairpin. Past Piastri. DRS. Past Bottas. And Stroll. There you go. Into the former Mickey Mouse section. Okay. Last two corners. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Breaking Point 2.
And to the checker flag for one final time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Konnersport sure will be very delighted with that one.
And if you believe the rumours, Ant, this is a team whose future has been in doubt. Surely, though, they've done enough to return next season. I think they've been wonderful to watch.
Hey, Devon.
Not bad today, sis. Not bad at all.
You did that on purpose.
Did what on purpose?
Oh, come on, Dev. Cruise it in.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Technically, you went against the team order. It's poor form, that.
I can't believe I missed it at the time. It seems so obvious now.
Listen, you want to lay off the sauce, Cal. Seriously, it's a bit embarrassing. I mean...
I'm surprised Casper let you, to be honest. Really surprised.
Okay, I'm going now, because you're not making any sense. Okay? Ciao!
Yeah. Ciao. Dad.
California.
That good enough for you?
Look, I thought we maybe could grab a coffee tomorrow before we head off. My flight's not till 3.
Yeah,
Have a chat, talk about next season. It'd be good for us.
Well,
think about it anyway. The offer stands.
You make it sound like a negotiation.
It always is with us, Callie. You let me know.
Callie, take a bow. Konnersport must have known it would be a tall order, all the more so with only one driver, but the performance that followed from Mayer has set the whole F1 world ablaze. Regardless of all the drama at the top of the table, all anyone seems to be talking about is Callie Mayer. Whatever you think of the rookie, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more extraordinary solo performance this season. Fans of F2 are drawing able comparisons to Mayer's sprint race in the Netherlands last season. A race well worth looking at for everyone who's already familiar with it. Mayer is no stranger to Abu Dhabi, having secured the F2 championship there this time last year. A look back at the season. Enjoy the well-deserved victory. Further down the final standings, who would have thought that one of the biggest stories would be found outside the top 3 in the form of Johanna's Konnersport Butler Global Racing Team? Yeah, I still haven't got used to that name. Anyway. And now here we are, as the 23 season begins its slow fade into F1 history books, with Konnersport having lost one driver, gained another, and somehow overcome the odds to finish 5th in just the second season on the grid. Yeah, you can help but feel like Konnersport's biggest of this season wasn't a rival team, but rather the struggles he faced internally. Struggles that may yet continue. And those are the older news. There we go. Tommy, Devon, Davidson, Natalie Pinkham, Maxime, Arab, Rosetta Tennant, Ben again. The Ackerman fan. Okay. For the emails. Drinks in the garage at 6 p.m. Be there or else. Okay. I'll talk to all of you later, but for now, let me just say quick congratulations to the entire team. I couldn't be happier, and I'm joyous overjoyed. I know how you all worked this season, I know how much we've asked of you, and I know it hasn't been easy. It's not often in the sport you get the chance to stop and appreciate what you've accomplished, but this is one of those occasions. Enjoy it. You earned this. You deserve it. Calling and I get through on your phone, darling. I'm so excited I just want to talk to you about it. What a race. Call me. And so, let's finish the season.
It was amazing. I'm not sure I've ever seen a race like that. I was wrong about Callie.
And how did you feel about the engine failure?
There's no such thing as the perfect car. The one that failed us was the same one that got us here in the first place. So, you've just got to drive the car you're in.
Everyone's an individual, which means that everyone is, motivated a little differently. Take Devon as an example. He always responds well to having his ego brushed, to being told that he's the best. His greatest fear is failure, so it gives him further to fall, keeps him hungry. Callie, on the other hand, has an innate drive to prove people wrong. If someone tells her something's not possible, she'll do everything in her power to achieve it. A sort of stubborn determination that can be harnessed. And then there's Aiden. I mean, when he started in F1, people thought he was a nice guy, but he was incredibly ambitious. It's just what makes Aiden tick. Which is why I may have started a rumor or two about interest from other teams during his time at Konnersport. To stoke that ambition. Keep his eyes on the horizon.
A lot of people might see that as manipulative, wouldn't you agree?
Well, of course. Motivation is manipulation. It's the same thing.
Is it?
Look, the end justifies the means. After all, it's just business.
Looking forward to next season?
Just let me at it.
Will you stay next season?
I've told Casper I'll stay if he does.
Do you still have a job after your run-in with Davidoff?
Well, we'll see. We did it! We secured the funding! What a team!
And that's all that matters.
Right now, yes, that's all that matters.
Okay, so, we done? Yeah? Cool. Ciao.
Well, that is that. So, Maxime's name was Bymans. Better late than never, I suppose. But anyway, I think there's going to be a Breaking Point 3, mostly because of 2 points. Number 1, the team is saved, so what next? And 2, if Casper is going to stay in the team or if Davidoff is going to fire him. And speaking of Davidoff, if he lied about Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull wanting Aiden, does that mean he also lied about the whole fifth or bust thing? As for what am I going to do with this game in the future, I'm going to take a little break from it. I have absolutely no idea when I'm going to start again, and I have no idea which project am I going to start first. If I'm going to do career mode with Melody, or am I going to start the project with the F1 World Car, which is going to be called the third team. Of course, I'm going to explain what that means when the series actually begins. But as of right now, I'm done with this game. So, this has been it for this video and for this series. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and click notification bell so you get a little next video drops. I have nothing else to say other than see you in the next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.